On the 18th of September 2012, the following emergency call was received by Greater Manchester Police.
Police emergency.
Someone just threw a big concrete slab through my back window and ran off.
Of the house or a car? What are we talking?
No, sorry, my back window in the house.
In the house. What's the address there, please?
30 Abbey Gardens, Mosham.
Did you see them?
Seen one, yeah.
Do you know them?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Do you know why they've done it?
I haven't got a clue.
Okay. Is it a rear window, did you say?
Yeah, it's in the back garden.
Were you in the room where it came through, or did you hear the bang?
No, I was upstairs. I looked out the window and seen one boy running off.
Is it a kitchen window that's gone through?
Yeah, kitchen.
So you saw one person running off, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Was he a white male?
He had an adult mate, so I couldn't really tell you, but...
He was a male, though, yeah?
Yeah, he was a male.
You know how old he was?
No, but he was about my size, about 5'9".
Was he slim,
Medium build.
Medium build. And what was he wearing then?
Black coat with a hood up, grey tracksuit bottoms.
You didn't recognise him, no?
No.
And you have no idea why it might have happened?
Off the top of my head, no. I'm trying to rip my brains now, see if I pissed anyone off, but I don't think so, no.
Okay. Right, I'll get an officer up there, have a look round, see if they can see anybody similar, and then they'll come and see you. All right, Adam?
How long would it take? Do you know roughly? I know that it's not that serious. But...
Well, because it's just happened, it's gone in on the priority, so that's within the hour, certainly. But
okay.
They'll try and get up there as soon as, if there's a possibility he's still knocking about.
All right then, thanks very much.
Okay.
I'll wait. I'll be waiting. All right,
Adam.
All right,
bye. Bye.
As a result, 2 female police officers made their way to the above address in Abbey Gardens, Hattersley. The man who had made the call opened the front door when he saw them in the front garden. He then pointed his Glock pistol at them and shot. The 2 policewomen died at the scene. They were Nicola Hughes and Fiona Bone. They were hit by at least 8 bullets as the man fired 32 shots in 31 seconds. Bone still managed to pull her teaser and shoot at him, but the 2 succumbed to their injuries at the scene. The man then left his calling card, an M75 hand grenade, which he simply tossed onto the path where the policewomen were lying, before he calmly turned himself in at a nearby police station. He then told the officer at the counter, "I dropped the gun at the scene and killed 2 policewomen. They were chasing my family, so I took revenge on them." Police quickly realized the man was Dale Cregan, who had been on the run for a month at this point. Police had been targeting him for months, as the 2 female officers were not his only victims. But who is Dale Cregan? He was born on June 6, 1983, at Tameside General Hospital in Greater Manchester. He grew up with his parents, an older brother and a younger sister, in a small apartment with only 2 rooms in Droylsden. His father left the family early and eventually married a former policewoman. Cregan attended Little Moss High School in Droylsden, but began dealing cannabis at an early age. Even as a teenager, he often got into fistfights and developed something of a fetish for knives. At one time, he spent 18 months with his sister in Tenerife, and when he returned, he bought guns, so that later on he had a collection of about 10 weapons, including machine guns. At the age of 22, he started dealing cocaine, earning £20,000 a week. At least, that's what he told his friends. Cregan was also in the gym daily for weight training and spent his afternoon in pubs. He drove a Mercedes and often jetted off to the Caribbean, the Far East, or Europe. Always in business class, of course. At the age of 24, Cregan became a father. He He lived with his partner Georgia Merriman and their young son in a 3-bedroom apartment in Droylsden. Cregan did not have a good reputation in the Tameside neighborhood, however, and made fellow residents feel uncomfortable around him because he glared at them. They described him as a thug. But what is the origin of the hatred that would lead him to kill 4 people? 2 family names are important here: the Atkinson family, friends of Cregan, and the Short family. The feud between the 2 families began in 2001 when Leon Atkinson punched David Short in the face, allegedly for staring at him. It then escalated in September 2003 when Atkinson's father Francis was shot in the leg, sending his left kneecap flying across a pub. Then, one day David Short was pushed off his bicycle and wounded in the neck with a knife. Short believed Atkinson's right-hand man Cregan was responsible for this attack on him. In 2008, surprisingly, there was a truce when Atkinson and David Short shook hands at the Arndale Centre in Manchester. However, this was not to last long. Teresa Atkinson, the matriarch of the Atkinson family, threw a bottle at Raymond Young, a member of the Short family. The latter then hit her. Atkinson now threatened him, saying, "I'm going to get my boys. You're all dead." Phone records show that she contacted Cregan the very next morning. 12 days later, on May 25, 2012, the Short family gathered with a few friends at the Cotton Tree pub in Droylsden. Cregan, along with 2 friends, pulled up in a car. Shortly after, he entered the pub, wearing a balaclava. He shot Mark Short and also 3 other men. Cregan was then arrested on suspicion of murder, but was later released on bail. When he realized that he was to be arrested again in August, he planned to murder David Short. This was because he was now afraid of retaliatory attacks. So, David Short had to be killed. To this end, the Greater Manchester Police stated that they warned David Short 3 times because they believed his life was in danger. They should be right. On August 10, 2012, Cregan and his accomplice Anthony Wilkinson got out of a van they parked in front of David Short's house in Clayton and opened fire. They chased Short through his home and back outside, hitting him at least 9 times. As he fell lifeless to the ground, Cregan threw another hand grenade at him. A second grenade was thrown 10 minutes later at another house in nearby Luke Road, Droylsden, but no one was injured. The grenade became Cregan's calling card. After the murder of David Short, Cregan and Wilkinson were on the run and became the most wanted fugitives in the country. However, Wilkinson quickly turned himself in to the police, and after a month in hiding and after the attack on the 2 policewomen, Cregan also turned himself in, as we already know. During his escape, by the way, Cregan boasted that the above-average £50,000 reward for his capture was rare, as he was rare. The only explanation he gave the cops was, "You hunted down my family, so I took revenge on you," though he later stated he was sorry for the 2 policewomen killed. He wished they had been men. Cregan was arrested and sent to a Manchester jail. His trial, scheduled to last 4 months, began February 4, 2013, with Cregan confessing to the 4 murders and the attempted murder of 3 others, as well as the explosion with a hand grenade. Judge Holroyd criticized Cregan and his co-defendants for showing no remorse or compassion for the victims. The trial took place at Preston Crown Court. Police snipers were monitoring the building from nearby offices. The daily convoy transporting Cregan between Manchester and Preston included 2 prison vans, police cars, motorcyclists, and even a helicopter. In all, 120 officers were on duty daily, and the total cost of the trial was more than £5 million. As part of the intensive security measures surrounding his trial, Cregan was checked behind his glass eye twice a day. And now you may be wondering why he lost one of his eyes. He himself claimed that he lost his left eye during a fight in Thailand. However, Greater Manchester police believe it was forcibly and intentionally removed by fellow gangsters. Cregan was found guilty of all 4 murders and 3 attempted murders in connection with Mark Short and sentenced to life in prison on June 13, 2013.